and welcome to the SoFLo Sports Show. It's your host, 305 Sports Babe, co-host Lou from Dade. We are at episode 119, and we're super excited to be on tonight with a special guest, a personal friend of ours, and we're going to talk everything Charlotte.
Yep, and we're coming off the first Dolphin win of the year, so there's excitement in town. Certainly a lot better than if it had not gone our way, and we'd be looking at a 0-4 start. And this would have been a very sombering week heading into Charlotte, but that's not the case. We were on the board with a win.
We got a win.
And we are full speed ahead going to Charlotte, North Carolina with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of optimism.
Yeah. Happy first day of October. October personally is my favorite month out of the year, not just because it's my birthday month, but because it is the best month for sports. You're in good football season. You have October baseball. Right now you have the Yankees and the Red Sox, one of the best rivals in all of sports. You have football. You have hockey coming up. You have college basketball. You have NBA. So October is just a beautiful month for all those sport lovers out there like us. So guys, take it in. Forget the pumpkin spice lattes and the apple candles that we even have burning right now, but enjoy all the good sports coming up in the month of October.
Hey, you mentioned baseball, and that leads to Kirk, who we had a great time tailgating prior to and post-game tailgate as well on Monday night. He's, of course, watching the Red Sox.
Go Sox.
What is it, 2-2 still? Kirk, give us a score update before you log off.
3-2 Yankees.
I know you got to focus.
3-2 Yankees, 3-2 Yankees. We also have Miami Mike from the West Coast. Hello. And we have Cody. Cody says, hey, it was awesome to meet you too. It was awesome to meet you as well. And then go Dodgers. I know Mike's a Dodgers fan. They did fantastic yesterday. All right, guys. So tonight on the show, we have one of my friends, a fantastic friend of the show, fantastic friend of us, fantastic friend of the show, a fantastic person of so many people, Danny Johnson. Danny Johnson is the CEO of TPP, which is the Positive Porpoise. It's one of the largest fan groups of Dolphin fans. And what's unique about his group, it's not based on location. It's based of just everybody from so many different locations. So it's like almost like a worldwide Dolphin fan base. And he really capitalizes on that because it's open to everybody. And it's just a good time. Any events that he does, any gatherings, any charity events, it's always a fun time. We did stuff with him on the beach last year in Seattle.
Seattle was fantastic. A tremendous turnout. In the Pacific Northwest, the furthest you can get in the United States for an away game for the Dolphins. And TPP, Danny did a tremendous job. Shout out to also Mark Angelo or Jamie Brady. But Danny really put that together, and Fan Fest 5 was amazing in Seattle, and we are getting ready for Fan Fest 6 in Charlotte this Sunday.
Yes. This weekend. Before we bring on Danny, a little shout out to Caesar, our good friend Caesar, the biggest Florida Panthers fan I know, also a Dallas Cowboy fan, but huge Florida Panthers fan who were able to connect at the Monday night game with. Fantastic, beautiful soul on the inside and out. So shout out to Big C's. He has his own show. And Busy Boy. That's an inside joke.
Caesar does a tremendous job, and Big C's is getting ready for hockey season.
He is.
We're talking the Dolphins versus the Carolina Panthers, but the two-time defending hockey champions, Stanley Cup champions, are going to be, kicking their season off. Puck drop Tuesday at 5 p.m. from the Amerant Bank Arena, and we cannot wait to be out there.
All right. So talking about hockey, we're also going to talk a little hockey with Danny because he released these amazing Dolphins hockey jerseys, which were so badass. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, let's bring him on. Danny Johnson in the house. How are you?
Hey, Danny.
Hey, guys. Fins up. What's going on?
What's going on? We're excited to have you. Josephine Evie's already gave you a go, Danny, go. How about that? Not already showing you love. You're on the show 30 seconds. You got to go, Danny, go.
Man, thanks, guys. No, it's excited to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Now, Danny, we know it's a busy week for you. We know when we host trips, the week up is always crazy. We know that you're going out to Charlotte tomorrow, so we are really appreciative of your time tonight. But we wanted to do one last push for you to say, hey, let's put all these final details together for anybody, because people can still come on the trip. There's still opportunities for them to join. Maybe not game tickets, but there still are opportunities for them to join the group. And I definitely wanted you to share that. So let's get into it. You are getting to Charlotte tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Now, do you feel like the majority of people are getting there tomorrow, or when do you kind of see the majority of people getting into town?
People are dribbling in on Friday. We always start. I mean, it's like I said, we spoke before the show. You guys were in Seattle. You saw what a great time we had, and we were literally right there in Tacoma. We were like 17 miles north in a place, 90 people legally, and we were about 270 waiting for them to close the bar. It was, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Yep.
That's what you want. You want as many people that can be around that want to enjoy the atmosphere and all. So, last year we had a little get together. Then the next morning, not really a tailgate. Seattle's different. You guys know that not many places are as good as what we have. And so Carolina's no different. So we organized even a Sunday tailgate in TPP, combined with the Charlotte Dolphin Club and Arnaldo Rodriguez's Triangle Fence Club, and Justin and Keith running the Perfect Tailgate. We've turned this into a 3-day event, and I can't see it, slowing down from there. We're starting Friday night. Richmond Webb's our guest of honor this year. He's done a lot of things with you guys as well. And he's coming out for all 3 events. He'll be at the dinner Friday at the old Mecklenburg Brewery there in downtown Charlotte.
Let's start there, Danny. So Friday, what's good? So nothing Friday morning. So you're anticipating a lot of people coming in Friday afternoon. So what's going on Friday afternoon? Is there any space available? Take me through it, like if I never heard it.
Yeah, well, the group hotel is the 315 at Lozo. And they have a good rail system and Uber system. Charlotte does not have a lot of great parking. Now at the stadium, they do. They have a lot of good public parking there, so you don't have any problems. But just feeling out everyone coming in, because we've literally got people coming in from all over the world, as you know. Yeah. I'm picking up about 5 Germans at the airport at 4:30 on Friday. Yeah, and so taking them to their Airbnb, letting them get settled in, then jump in the truck and run over for the dinner that evening. And we're already expecting over 120 at the dinner Friday evening at the old Mecklenburg, which oddly enough, we didn't even plan it. But they start their Mecktoberfest Friday night. So it's just, things are just falling into place. I mean, and the weather, I know you guys watch it like we do, because I do when we travel. It's turned out to be an amazing weekend. I mean, like 60 is a low, 80 is a high. Come on. That's February in Miami,
No, it's going to be. So on Friday, is there still room for someone to say, hey, I'm coming into town.
Yes.
Join you? And how would they sign? Do they need to sign up? Do they show up? What's the best way for them to join you, first of all, on Friday?
They can just show up. The old Mecklenburg's expecting us. They've got extra personnel, of course, because that festival started, but they are expecting us. Number one, I went up and met with them about 3 weeks ago, and we made sure that they knew, and they actually called me 2 days ago to make sure that I knew that they were ready for us. And that's always a good thing when they reach back out to you.
Yes.
That's free for everyone to attend, the same as the Saturday event. And I'm glad you guys asked that, because a lot of people have been reaching out to me. A tailgate costs money, especially in another city, and people are coming into town. It's not like everybody has their own tent, their own coolers and whatever. And I've had people that don't realize that reach out with silly questions. It's just, it's the truth though. So, and all this cost things, and you could never add up what you'll get for $30. The convenience of just showing up and having the wristband. So the other thing is, it just overwhelmed at the turnout. I mean, gosh, it's the biggest I've ever heard of already. Both the Saturday event, scary, anxious, nervous, excited, all of the above, man. I am every bit of that, and have been for about 72 hours.
Now, Danny, this you've been obviously to Charlotte. I actually almost moved to Charlotte 6 years ago. So it is a city that I love, and I could have seen myself living there. Okay. Have you been to Charlotte, Lou?
Just the airport. I haven't ventured out, so I'm excited to be my first time out there. And Danny, you mentioned Richmond Webb. We're going to be giving you the stickers that we had made. So definitely, you distribute this how you want.
If somebody buys a raffle ticket, they get a sticker.
Yeah, we are definitely, again, pushing for Richmond Webb to make it into a Hall of Fame. It's way overdue. And so we're going to, definitely pass these out and give some to you to pass out as well. So
I'm bringing you guys, I'm bringing you some of the stickers that have the sunburst that says put Richmond in the Hall of Fame. I've got some of those for you guys to keep passing out, and some buttons. So
we'll do a little swap there.
We're all doing what we can do there. So it's the year. I told Richmond yesterday, He had me yesterday on his weekly blog. I think it airs this Friday. And we had a nice talk about that. It's just got to be the year. He was so close last year, and you don't forget that. And that we're keeping it out there in the open right now so that everybody knows it has to happen. And I brought something up in the conversation with Richmond. There's no duo in the history of the NFL when you think about an offense and a defensive lineman other than Bruce Smith and Richmond Webb. And that speaks for itself. There's no other two ever historic that were that well known against each other, and you didn't know who was going to win that day. And Bruce Smith is in, first ballot. So, 7-time pro. That's all somebody's got to say to me, So we love him. He's our brother, and no matter what, I know that doesn't mean as much to Richmond probably as it does to us. But he's on board, and he's happy for everything we're doing for him. I know that.
Absolutely. And so many people, of course, are looking forward to seeing you. You just read the chat, everything, Danny. But so many people are also
I'm looking over there, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed.
A lot of love from grannies to people on the West Coast to people in Texas. Jonathan, Adrian, you got a lot of love. So, Danny, let's go back to
so Saturday, obviously, that's the big win for the Web Day.
So let's talk about that.
Danny, we'll talk about that, but also there's a big game for all those South Florida fans, specifically the Hurricanes that night. So, I know you, Josh told me that you have something set up. So all those that are worried about catching that game will have no issues.
We don't have to stream it on our phone.
Not one bit at all. If you're familiar with Vegas size TVs, that's what you're going to have Saturday for that game, guys.
Love it.
The platform is amazing. And I don't really usually I say I don't have a dog in this race, but I do have a dog in y'all's race. Y'all's quarterback is my former dog. So, I'm excited for you guys. I'm still reeling from. The only thing I had going for me, the Braves laid an egg this year. The Dolphins had started out slow. My Georgia Bulldogs were there, man, but now they've laid an egg. They can't afford a loss. But that's a wake up call. Who would want to play Georgia right now after that loss to Bama?
Oh no,
who wants it? So, and in college, the portal, we expected this. I like seeing schools that you're not used to come up and smack somebody in the mouth.
He lives by those words. He loves that. He loves that.
It's parody, and we saw it in the fan base. Let's be real. Week 1, I was devastated. I'm like, we came out so flat, and I was like, how in the world could this? Can we keep going further down? Week 2. We showed a good fight, and we were in the game. A couple of mistakes we don't make, and we win that game. But that gets forgotten real quick because you're 0-2. Then you fast forward to week 3, and we're duking nose. We take the lead. We tie it up right at the half. We should have had a 3-point lead at the half. That was a fumble. You never know how it goes, but you can't lay that out there. When I look back now, look at all those teams. Those are good teams.
Yeah.
New England's 2-2. Buffalo's 4-0. The Colts are 3-1. We're better than what we were, and people were freaking out. I'm glad I kind of stuck my feet on the ground. I think right now that we're going to see a lot through the adversity, and they're going to play for Tyreek. We need to have shirts made. This one's for Reek. Something's got to happen, we
went from shirts saying free Reek to now this one's for Reek. Right. And then to a Tyreek 2024. We've had it all made for Tyreek. Cheetah, you name it, it's out there.
It's also, guys.
And you can ride a wave like this. It can really fire a team up. And then when you know that not only you're firing them up, but they've got new weapons that are getting their shot, and Waddle's about to be number 1, rightfully so.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is beginning of a streak. I honestly see us at the worst after 8 at 4-4, and that'd be miraculous to get back to. And we could, if we start streaking and start playing like we know we can, nobody can keep up with us.
I like it. All right, so let's go back to Saturday. So Saturday, Lou and I personally arrived first thing Saturday morning. We're on the first flight out, where we're going to be in by 10 o'clock in the morning. So what goes on Saturday? What time? Where? Give me the 4-1 for somebody who knows nothing about Saturday.
Well, if you're not from Charlotte. They have all kind of breakfast and lunch bars and everything. Sadly, in what I do, my Saturday sucks because I have to start setting up Fan Fest at like 10 a.m. We've got to be at the platform at 10 a.m., because they've got other things going on. We've got to get everything set up. Then we're going to leave. Then we're going to head back over at about 2. The whole event starts officially about 4, but we know how it is from experience at Fan Club Weekend. Mark can say 3 o'clock and the place is full at 1:30. Everybody wants to get their spots. So, but 4 to 8 there. Our fundraiser this year started way back in March. We were committed to the Dan Marino Foundation that I'm proud to say TPP is a partner with now. And they have our logo on their website. It's a huge accomplishment. We have raised almost $50,000, and we're presenting them with a $50,000 check Saturday night. We've raised $20,000 this year alone. Yes. And so it's really cool what we're doing there for their autism campus. It's a huge need down there, and just blessed to be a part of something that's that special.
And what are some raffle items that people can look forward to besides seeing you, besides seeing other Dolphin fans, besides in Richmond? What are some raffle items that are going to be up for Go?
We will have, I think the main prize is an autographed Hard Rock Cafe Hollywood signed guitar by Dan Marino. We have diverse mini helmets, the things that, the usual things that we do in TPP with jerseys, the Jason Taylor jerseys in there. There's a Beckett certified Merino jersey. I think I've got 4 Merino jerseys, guys. Dan supports what we do. So I think I've got 2 or 3 mini helmets. Donna's bringing some things from the Charlotte Club. Not sure. The Triangle said that they were bringing some things too.
We're going to donate something as well from down here, so we're going to put that on our carry-on. So, that's just the tip of the iceberg of items. It's going to be a full
because when you walk in the door, you'll get your name. I wish I could have shown them to you. I had them. The name tags this year, and I know you guys are all about name tags.
I'm all about it.
There are Sunburst, and it just says the top, my name is, and then we throw it in there. So I kept them kind of simple to get it moving. At the door, you'll be greeted with that. Get your name tag, and you'll be getting a ticket, a Fan Fest ticket for the door prizes. You'll hold on to that all night. Everything, because even when you win, it'll get thrown back in. You might win twice. We have tons of door prizes. We got all kinds of giveaway stuff for kids. We've got things for Panthers fans. We've went kind of ballistic, guys. I think. You guys missed Nashville. This one's closer to what we did in Fan Fest 2 in Nashville. Where we had, I think we had 450 at the party that night. And then, went to the West Coast. We had a great time. The first one was in San Bernardino, a little bit upside, but we still had about 150 out there with Jason Miller and his club. And then we did LA again the next year. And that was crazy. We tore Hermosa Beach up for Fan Fest.
We were there for that one, right? We did that one.
We had like 3 bars. We were, we raised $8,000 for the DCC at Fan Fest 4.
I think that one was Sharky. We did one called Sharkies. Why is the name Sharkies?
Sharkies was across the way.
Sharkies. Exactly. That was such a good time. All right, Jenny. So let's wake up on Sunday. Okay, so that event on Saturday is free, family friendly, open to kids, open to everybody. And even
they did mention. I need to throw that in there in case anybody's watching. There's something about the alcohol laws. At 7 p.m., kids, I guess, have to be gone. I don't think that's going to affect us all having a good time. But most of the families aren't going to stay in that whole atmosphere with little kids anyway, that late.
Okay, so guys, get there early like you will. And then you have to leave early. Okay, so let's talk Sunday. Sunday is game day. 1 o'clock kickoff, Bank of America Stadium. Now, you had a lot of game tickets. Are there any game tickets left whatsoever for Fins fans to sit in your sections? Anything available?
We have approximately 7 left. We're at 423 officially with us. That's not counting people that ask where the section. I mean, we're over 500. I know.
For sure.
I've gotten messaged by so many people that said, "Hey, man, we just want to be close. We're right there. We're down in this row. We're down in this." Of course, the Panthers, when they gave us our deal, they put us like row 15. upwards. And
We know
most
how
of
that
the Dolphin fans that were just joining us, though, they get the better seats down low. So, yeah, this is going to be huge. They're going to hear us. They're going to see us. It's an orange out. Please, anybody that's got any orange gear, wear that to the game.
Yeah, sports bra.
We
We have 7 tickets left. So if anybody is looking for tickets that you truly want to sit in the TPP section, there are 7. So definitely reach out to Danny.
I have a set of 4 together and a set of 3 together. So
That's awesome.
I've always kept that so that 2 and 2 or 3 or just a couple of singles, we can hook you up. And the tickets are straight up $90 each, and you'll get a commemorative. Let me see. I may be wearing one. You get a commemorative fan.
There you go.
Fan. Oh, it won't show. Hold up.
No, you're hiding.
There you go. That's it. That's the pin. You guys have it. You get one of those too. So there you go. Either way.
Perfect. So Danny, before kickoff, there's people want to tailgate, so we got that covered as well. So talk about the tailgate that we got coming up prior to kickoff.
And are there still spots? Because someone just put it on one of my posts. So tell us everything what's going on. If there's spots available, what's going on?
Guys, this thing sold out quicker than anything you could have ever imagined. Shout out to Justin and Keith and their nerves, because I know they're right now walking on. We started that we were going to stop at 200, and then we're going to cut it off at 225. And just when the interest is there, you've got to work around it.
Yeah.
And then we got up to 300, and I'm like, Justin, we need to order another porta potty. So the simple stuff, you're like, hold up, we've got that, and then we'll make it work. And you'd never want to turn anybody down, but you have to do a cutoff, and at 400 it got cut off. Now
400.
That being said, they're a little over that. I think they're around 425, something like that, but they're encouraging people to come. The reason they had to cut it off was because Charlotte has strict alcohol sales laws. So, so we're encouraging everyone, as far as drinking is concerned, to still show up. There will be a donation bucket. Problem solved. We were literally told this by some people from the Panthers. So that's the way to avoid any trouble. No sales signs. Hey, the wristbands were done in advance. So all people are doing is picking those up, and it's good that this isn't FanFest 1 or 2 or 3. We knew what to do. We knew we've experienced these ups and downs, but back to that tailgate, Justin, they're throwing a huge one. He'll even have extra raffle tickets for sale. He's got memorabilia, Invicta watches, just all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be a fun time for all. They're going to be streaming it live. They're going to be, I think we've got to be careful as far as the drones, because we're that close to the stadium. You guys know Hard Rock's got their stuff too. So, but all in all, I was watching the weather, and, last week we had that hurricane coming up the coast, and we were all it pulled everything out, and it's just turning out to look like a blessing of a weekend. I mean, partly cloudy, sunny. I mean, come on.
Now, Danny, my last one for you is, after we get this victory, after we win on Sunday, where is the after party? Because a lot of people will fly out Monday. Unfortunately, we have a flight out Sunday night. We have to get back to work on Monday.
Well, we got some time to party.
We have a little time.
Right.
So what happens after we win Bank of America? What are people doing after the game?
Not far from the stadium at all. We found a place. It's a chain across the states too, but they're really cool, set up and waiting for us too. Ink and Ivy, easy to remember. That's the name of the place, Ink and Ivy. I've put all this in the information on our page on Facebook, but I know a lot of people that are here following you guys, their Instagram and all kind of other things here. So if you're looking for any of the information, you can also look up www.thepositiveporpoise.com. And my official website has a lot of that stuff on there too. Hotels, event times for all 3 days. It's a weekend you wouldn't want to miss as a Dolphin fan if you're anywhere close. It is, just because of everything that goes on. Don't rely on those 3 hours being perfect, but that whole weekend is going to be special.
You said it best. And I have to give you a shout out with your Facebook. Your Facebook is fantastic as well. So yes, your website's good, but you have a very active Facebook. So for those who maybe not be, so website savvy, you do an excellent job with your posting and your followers. So definitely follow them also on Facebook. Very active.
With that,
where can people follow you? if they want last minute information, what's the best way to get in contact with you? Give it to them.
Well, open book, as I've always been. You guys know that. But our main work is done on the Facebook page. That's where the magic happens. TPP, the Positive Porpoise Miami Dolphins Fan Club, Inc. We're an official nonprofit organization. We've raised over the past 6 years over $525,000 for charities, $375,000 alone for the DCC. And so, and we've done that with auctions and memorabilia raffles. And we've got more than 50 former Dolphins players in the group, over 4,500 members, and it started out with 5 guys tired of the negativity on social media. And that's why we're still a private group. The one thing about us that's special is, you guys know me. We talk in private. I'm an old Army guy. I know when to drop an F-bomb or whatever. And I know where not to. That's what I'm getting at. And so on there, we don't allow it. And I said in the beginning, if we bring this atmosphere, we'll give the players a place to come. And they'll and it did. It happened. Richmond's on there every day on the birthday post, wishing people happy birthdays. Yeah. You'll see Mark Clayton or Mark Duper and others just chime in on some posts, and that's pretty cool, So we've built something special, and it's always we.
Because at the end of the day, yes, they played for the team, but they're also fans of it now. You know what I mean? Richmond, you read his tweets, he's huge. So it gives them an opportunity to take that helmet off for what they've given to the team and now just be a fan and just relax. And they appreciate that.
No doubt.
Hey, Sean, you got real quickly. You guys know Sean Wooden. He's a good buddy of mine. And good buddy of all of mine. And he calls me the other day and he's like, man, I can't get out of this business deal I've got going on, meeting on Saturday in Sacramento, but I'm taking the red eye. I'll be in Charlotte 7:30 in the morning. I'll be at the tailgate. He said, make sure we've got wristbands, me and 2 buddies. And I was like, we got you, man. So that's compliments for what we're all doing.
Absolutely.
He's missing the Friday dinner, the Saturday party, but hey, man, I'm going to be at that tailgate.
He'll be there. He's a man of his word.
Flying cross country from Sacramento. what else he had to do? It's incredible.
Right. And so,
we're looking forward to it. We can't wait to see you this whole weekend. And but before we let you go, do see all the logos behind you there, including the TPP logo. And obviously the Dolphins debuted the rivalry logo, the different color scheme on Monday night. I see you're wearing the hat. Wanted to get your opinion on what you thought about the rivalry uniform and the colors. And what is your favorite all-time Dolphin logo?
I have a feeling I know what his all-time favorite is, but I'm curious to know now.
Yeah, my all-time favorite's like right over this shoulder up there on the top. But in the beginning, I was like, these aren't we're not darkness. I get it that they're trying to market something here. I understand that. That's what we do. I've got so much, the TPP gear. It's no different, when you do. But it grew on me as I watched the game. And then even beforehand, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had TPP rivalry pins made.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And they are literally being delivered tomorrow at the Airbnb in Charlotte. We're going to have them on hand. And it's awesome because they'll be directly following this game before our next game. And I know they'll fly off, and all of the profits are going to or not just profits. Every bit of the money is going to the DCC from those pins. So we've just, you got to do what you feel right as an organization, and they felt that would maybe and look, what if that's the spark? Because they definitely played differently the whole game. They definitely played with a little bit more fire, but they've started something, and we won't see. I don't believe we'll see the jerseys until next year again, or will they wear them again?
I think it's 2 years. I think it's 2 more years.
Really?
It's because they're allowing every
division 3 years. Yeah,
right. So it might be every 2 or 3 years, but hey, it's definitely a brand. It definitely sold well. It's growing on me as well.
Same.
I'm traditional. You pointed out that logo. That's my favorite one as well.
Fine.
So, but hey, look, change is good sometimes. It's a sleek look. Miami, is all about the latest fad and trends. So it works for this town for sure.
Well, see, the saddest thing is that this logo right here is the only one that hasn't won anything yet. So
we know that. All too well.
You know, so it was funny. We had that conversation. Shout out to Big E and prayers to you, man. Always thinking about you. He was there. Mark was staying there, and it was at the DCC about 3 years ago. And Big E brought that up. He goes, we've got to get rid of that logo before we win something with it. If we ever win something with it, we'll never get rid of it. And Tom Garfinkel, hopefully Tom's not watching. He's actually, Tom's like, well, I hope he is watching actually for the show, but he's like, guys, I know, but you know, that's Stephen Ross's thing, you know, and I'm with you guys. He probably got back to the office and said, Stephen, they're crazy. We love our logo. You know, it's where you're at the time. But I just found that to be a nice little cute conversation piece. And but one quick thing, because I know you guys are also deeply involved like I am with the DCC, which we always got to take a minute to talk about the DCC. On that same conversation, it was the year that Zach went into the hall. And if you'll remember, the 4 bike rides were 15, 35, 55,
54 and
99. 55 and 100. And I'm standing. That's where I'm going with this. I'm standing in front of Tom. I said, y'all dropped the ball. Y'all should have changed to 55 to 54 this year.
You are right. Yeah.
The very next year, the 15 was the 13.
Yeah.
35 was 39 for Zonk.
Right.
54 and 99.
And the 100 was the 99. That was
you
me.
Are right. That was the year that we did it.
Perfect.
That was me. Dolphins dropped the ball. I threw it in Tom's ear. It happened. Now, honestly, that was crazy. The very next year, it was all changed. That was really cool.
You are right. So those people do the 100. That's a thank you to you because you saved them on a whole mile. And that mile is make or break for a lot of people. That last mile is I can't even imagine. You struggle with the 5K walk. I mean, it's
talk to those guys. Even Zach riding the 54. We've had a few riders. Griffin Van Ness. He's did 1,000 miles of 100. He did it 10 times. And Angel Coenca from Charlotte, he's did it 4 or 5 times.
Love him.
It's a beast. I mean, it's 6-7 hours of grueling in that heat down there. Now, and Griffin used to tell me, "Dang, you got to do it." I said, "Man, it's a challenge," and I get it. You know, I said,
"One day, you and I are going to do it. That's our goal."
No. I'm going. I'll show you where I'm going with this. I told Griffin, I said, "It's your challenge to do that 100. It's mine to outraise you. I'll raise more money than you. You ride that bike ride, I'll raise the money." That's the challenge for me, is to see what we can do. And you know, I'm 60. I'm not a biker. I did the 13 3 years in a row. And then I do the 5K afterwards. I've gotten to the point that I love doing both events.
You do. Well, Danny, one team, one fight. You know, that's our big logo. Whether, you know, whatever team you come from, it's always one team, one fight. And it's a beautiful thing. And I can't wait to see you this weekend, Fans Club weekend. Yeah. Atlanta, DCC.
Well, Fans Club weekend I'm going to miss. I'll be in Germany. I leave 2 days. This is my first fan club weekend I'll miss in 8 years. There's a few. Donna can't make it this year. I spoke to Jason earlier. He can't make it. And I said, my Lord, Mark's going to enjoy himself.
Well, you know,
because that's the thing. I mean, if Mark has 50 less people, that's kind of a relief. So
it's a blessing in disguise. All right, Dana. Well, we look forward to I've just got an email now about North Carolina stuff. Somebody just emailed me now. How funny. So don't go far because I'm forwarding that to you. But no, we look forward to seeing you Saturday. So safe travels to North Carolina. Again, Danny will get there tomorrow. He'll be available for any calls or emails or DMs or whatever you need to. But also reach out to us because, you know, based on what he told us tonight, we are pretty well versed of what's going on. And we look forward to seeing you this weekend. I'm excited to see you guys. Thanks for having me on the show. Always good to see you. Love you. Love you, Danny. See you soon.
Take care. Be good.
I can't wait for North Carolina. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's there you go. Fan Fest 6 coming on Charlotte this weekend. It's going to be awesome. We're looking forward to it. And yeah, but before we can fast forward to this Sunday, let's rewind to what happened just a couple days ago, Monday Night Football.
Dolphins won their first game prime time.
They finally got their first win, which is huge. I think, did you change the screen up to lower the – but yeah, so Dolphins obviously getting their first win of the year. Tua, had a game, but he didn't I would say he played well enough to get the victory. Obviously we lost Tyreek, which is a big thing, but The fact that the Dolphins were able to finally get a turnover. Well, we're going to talk about that, but the fact that we were finally able to get a turnover.
Yeah.
After not having won for the first 3 games, we in fact got 3 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them, the Jets pretty much gave it away to us. But for the most part, the Dolphins were able to finally get their hands on the opposing team's football, so that's great. Now, we still gave up a bunch of yards, 197 yards on the ground, 43 of those to Justin Fields on a scrambling touchdown. So they really got to clean that up because guess what? The Panthers are able to run the ball and move the ball, and they also got a mobile quarterback. So we definitely have to have the Dolphins do their part to definitely get there and get their hands on the ball. We also had Jason Taylor's son, Mason Taylor,
number 85 on the Jets.
Correct. So he came out and
he grew up at the Hard Rock Stadium. I know ESPN just did a recent thing where they did a showcase on Jason Taylor, and they had Mason when he was like 8. So stinking cute.
Yeah, this was great to see. The honorary captains of the game for kickoff was Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas.
Amazing.
Good to see them back together. Now, Jason Taylor was very likely going for his son after this moment, but it was still nice to see him out there.
Yeah, people thought he was going to maybe wear like a Jets hat or something. That would have been crazy.
So thank goodness that didn't happen.
Oh, true that.
But again, the Dolphins were aided by 3 turnovers that the Jets gave up. Jack Jones did punch out that first one as the Jets were driving. They just got to clean up the fact that they cannot allow the run game to just be stuffed down our throat.
Yeah.
And they have to be more proactive in engaging more turnovers, as has not been the story for the first 3 games.
So a player that I want to highlight is Darren Waller. It was Darren Waller's debut as a Miami Dolphin.
Huge.
And so his real shining moment, it was like 4th and 3. And you were saying, don't go for it. And I'm telling you, shut your mouth. Let him go for it. Let him go for it. And you're like, that's a bad decision. And I'm like, no, let him go for it. Go for it. So they went for it. It was like 4th and 3. And Tua had this, it looked like a wild throw, but somehow he connected with Darren Waller and it was a touchdown. So people are like, great, touchdown. It wasn't done there. This man had 3 receptions and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
And guess what? On Tuesday, he was on that elevator. So very excited to see what Darren Waller may bring to this offense, what the future may be. He came out of retirement, and for the past few weeks, he's been dealing with some injuries, and we thought, oh my gosh, it's just going to be another Odell Beckham thing. But it looked really good. It looked excellent on Monday. So we shall see.
Yeah. Now, of course, the big story of this game was Tyreek going down.
Terrible.
It was horrible to see. He caught it was a 13-yard pass. Malachi Moore takes him out of bounds. Tyreek's momentum was taking him out of bounds. And Malachi Moore, the Jets rookie safety, when he approached him and tackled him, got him by the leg, and it was like a gator roll on his leg. And it just, obviously everybody saw it by now. It's just horrible to see. You see Tyreek here on the cart being carted off. Happened right in front of us in the tunnel. Not the play, but as he was carted off, it's right by the Dolphins tunnel. Yeah. And we're able to see that. So, that was tough.
And then you see him smile. And so people are joking, saying that he's smiling because now he doesn't really have to play with 2 for us this season. But I honestly believe it was out of adrenaline, because the type of injury that he sustained was so bad that sometimes like your brain processes it. You just have to, try to get through it. But it was terrible.
Yeah, it's a dislocated knee, multiple torn ligaments, and a complete blowout of the ACL. So he's out for
the season. They're not even looking at the season.
And honestly, a lot of people, even though he had surgery yesterday, just yesterday, right after the game
Hospital in
on Tuesday, and so right after he had the surgery, Drew Rosenhaus's agent came out and said that he's going to be able to play next year. I don't believe that. Obviously, he's got to say it as an agent to make sure that he gets his client all the positive publicity out there. However, it looked like a devastating injury that is going to, in my opinion, take more than a year to rehab from. So
and the thing is, people have been very critical of Tyreek. I mean, Tyreek has made his bed and has slept in it, literally and figuratively. But at the end of the day, this is a huge blow for the Miami Dolphins offense. He was explosive in the beginning of the game. Even I'm talking pregame. He was like pumping everybody up, and you don't get that pump up from Tua being our quarterback. So Tyreek was really fueling everybody. And so this is a massive hit. Yes, he'll be on the sidelines, but it's not the same of him being on the field. So
no doubt. And look, I've been critical of him too. He's had some off-field antics, not just here, but in Kansas City and even back in college. But again, no one deserves what happened. You never want to see that horrific, moment there. And, again, hope he's able to nurse back to good health. Now, you do have to eventually bring it up. The fact that, the Dolphins are responsible for a certain amount of money next year, but they can save $60 million if he's cut before March. He is on the hook for next year's salary, but by cutting him in March, they could save some money. I know now's not the time to talk about it, but it's got to be mentioned. Some people were also saying that if they release him this year, he doesn't get his roster bonus for this year, which that's not right. You see all the time where a player gets hurt, during the season, they're still on the bench, still, even sometimes traveling away with the team. And certainly that's not something that, in my opinion, that should happen. Tyreek's definitely, earned the right to be on the team and support. As a matter of fact, one of the first things that he said as what he was being carted out was, hey, get that win. And one of the first things he said while at the hospital was, hey, did we win the game? So, he did his part to do things the right way.
Okay. All right, guys. So looking forward to this Sunday, Dolphins and Panthers, 1:00 kickoff at Bank of America Stadium. It is a great stadium. I've been there before. It is fantastic. It's in the heart of Charlotte. So we are coming off our first victory of the season. People are very excited that this will continue. A quick check in the chat. I wanted to share this one. Your buddy Adam. It's actually a really cute comment. He said, my son Liam grabbed Waller off his fantasy waiver prior to the game and started him.
Smart man.
Genius.
Hey, the Dolphins are undefeated when Darren Waller plays. How about that?
Does Liam want to be our general manager? Tell me he got a future in that. We got a score update. We got 3-3, New York and Boston.
Okay.
For game 2. It's a huge team. Tied. It's in the 7th. And then Tyreek doesn't sleep in beds. He goes to work in beds. There's actually a meme out where they have nurses and they said
that he impregnated all of them.
I know.
That was great. A lot of me. Listen, the fact that he is in good spirits and was laughing on the way out, and so he is in good spirits, and that's part of the deal. Obviously, he likes to have fun, so that won't be an issue.
Talking about fun, we had a blast. Obviously, it is so great to leave Hard Rock Stadium on a win. So we are all smiles. It was probably 10:30 at night. We both had work the next day, and we didn't even care. We're so happy to be there. We even tailgated after with our pals, Kirk and Kathy. So it was just all smiles. But yeah, and like you mentioned before, we won't go into it again, but the jerseys. There's
Darren Waller scoring this touchdown. You see it up there, number 83 in the middle there. I think he kept that game ball, so that's pretty good. Look, before we move ahead to Charlotte, you got to put this to bed. Definitely take the win, right? I don't want to have people misconstrue the situation. Definitely happy that we got the win. However, I got to be honest. The Jets are not a very good football team, and the fact that they had 13 penalties for 101 yards. I mean, that is really bad. 13 penalties for 101 yards. That's the length of a football field plus a yard. Not good. And the 3 turnovers. Nobody's been turning the ball over to us in our previous 3 games. So the fact that, they gave us the ball 3 times, and after all that was said and done, we just were able to win by 6 points. There's a lot that the Dolphins still need to clean up, and they're going against a team in Carolina that just got destroyed by the Patriots, so they have to focus ahead and clean up some things and get this next victory.
We are favored 1.5 points, so that is interesting. But guys, what is your prediction? Let's just get right into it. Again, Dolphins are 1-3. This is week 5. Going to Charlotte. Weather's going to be perfect, so there's no coldness worrying about. But drop in your predictions in the chat below.
Yep, the Panthers 1-3 as mentioned. They just coming off a 42-13 loss to the Patriots. Bryce Young, their third year now, quarterback out of Alabama. Also, where Tua went to school. Still trying to figure out his way. His first 2 years were very nondescript. Not very eventful. And this is his 3rd year. They also have a really good running attack. Chuba Hubbard is one of my favorite names to say for running backs. Chuba Hubbard. He is their lead back, and he's able to really pound that ball, move it forward. Yeah. So, the Dolphins, who have been run on oftenly and frequently, they need to make sure that he doesn't get going on there. So we'll see about that.
Score predictions come in. I just want to make a quick mention here. Mike from the West Coast, 21-17 Dolphins. Adam, Fish win, 24-14. All right, so we're 2-0.
Yeah.
I recently saw something with Cam Newton. Obviously was quarterback for the Panthers for some years. And it kind of upset me that him and his younger son went to some type of event, Panthers event, and his son's like looking around the room. There's like all Panthers memorabilia, and his son goes to him. He goes, Dad, why isn't there anything of you up here? And it really, the Panthers organization as a whole, and this has been said many times, has really dropped the ball giving Cam Newton maybe the respect he deserved.
Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere else because obviously Cam Newton had some very choice words.
I'm going soft. I'm going my heart. My heart's talking today.
Cam Newton had some very choice words for Tua, saying that he's got to play better. He hasn't lived up to the billing.
But was he wrong with a lot of things
He's not.
Said? Okay,
but you're being nice about Cam. I'm trying to tell you the fact that, he was, a lot of people were kind of calling him out for being critical, and he didn't say anything that wasn't true.
So exactly. So that's my point. So that's why I'm telling you that. Okay, he wasn't wrong. Maybe he wasn't completely wrong about some of the things he said about Tua, but it also kind of rubbed me the wrong way that Carolina just maybe didn't give this man the respect he deserves, or still hasn't given the career that he had there.
He was an MVP. He led their team to the Super Bowl, and so that's why. Also, going back to what I was saying is that when Tua gets called out by him, and then he kind of like pushes back. Tua doesn't have a leg to stand on pushing back. Tua has certainly not won an MVP, certainly not won a playoff game, let alone take his team to the Super Bowl. So Cam Newton was just saying facts, and Tua's got to be careful what he says about that.
And he's just heard about the fan base in Carolina and the management, and just doesn't feel respected for the time he put in.
Yeah, going back to the Panthers, and Adam mentions, by the way, Adam and I are doing a baseball show along with Chris Sack. That'll be tomorrow night, so check that out on Green Legion. On YouTube, so we'll be doing our baseball show. But yeah, he mentions they're horrifying. They are, no doubt, horrifying. They lost 42-13 against the Patriots this past Sunday. However, their defense isn't all that bad. 14 of those points, were on special teams. So they gave them 28 points. They also at home shut out the Atlanta Falcons 30-0, and that was their one home game of the year so far. So they have not allowed any points at home in 4 quarters in that game against the Falcons. So the defense is not as bad as things that people will make it out to be. So the Dolphins got
to close game.
Correct. Dolphins got to be prepared because the Panthers definitely can do things on the defensive side of the ball for sure.
Definitely. All right, guys, switching gears a little bit. Our Canes had a bye week last week.
Look around the league. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So no. Go ahead, mention.
All right. Well, there's other games on. There's games tomorrow, and there's other games on Sunday, and there's games on Monday. Some of the games that we want to highlight. There's just 2 undefeated teams left, and I wouldn't put it past that these teams could possibly be seeing football in February. And those 2 undefeated teams are the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills.
Both 4-0?
Both 4, yeah, of course.
And they actually play each other. Russ is in the room, Adam's in the room. When do the Bills and Eagles play each other? Because I know that they definitely are on the schedule this year. Yeah. So they are on a collision course as the 2 lone undefeated teams. Of course, we saw on Sunday night the games can end in a tie still in the year 2025, which is a horrible way to end the game. But so unless they end in a tie, somebody will end up being the loser of that game. And Russ tells us, he doesn't tell us. When is that Bills-Eagles meeting this year? Somebody get us that information.
Well, I know it's not November 6th because we play the Bills November 6th, so that's 1 week out.
Right.
Okay, so and then as they tell us, second to last game in Buffalo.
Okay, so yeah, that game exactly.
That will be a little cold.
That will be in Buffalo. Obviously, Philadelphia knows how to play in the cold, so
very much so.
But that'll be a very run-heavy game, and obviously that favors the Eagles with Saquon Barkley. So, but yeah, the other games I wanted to make mention this week are the Bucs and the Seahawks, both 3-1, playing at 4:05 on Sunday. There's another international game from London, Vikings and the Browns going that one. Vikings were actually out in Ireland last week, so they stay out there in Europe. And so
are the Steelers, and Skylar Thompson got jumped.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that. I like Skylar.
Yeah. Adam updates us that it's going to be 12:28 for that week 17 for that Bills-Eagles game. So, yeah. And then the last game of the night, or the last game that we're featuring here is the Patriots and the Bills. The Dolphins and the Jets are on the lower end of the AFC East presently. The Patriots are in second place by themselves with a 2-2 record, and they got an enormous test going into Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. So we'll be looking out for that game.
Yeah. Switching gears, staying with football, though. Canes, again, had a bye week last week. They are still undefeated, and they are going –
The email?
What happened?
The email for the other –
I didn't put it up yet. As I was saying, Canes are going to Tallahassee. Tallahassee is a hostile environment. It's a hostile environment when the teams are bad. It's a hostile environment when the teams are good. Canes are good this year. FSU is coming off of a loss in Charlottesville. They played Virginia last week, and that was an unexpected loss for them. So not only are they PO'd about that, they also want some Canes blood. So you have the number 3 University of Miami versus number 18 Florida State in Tallahassee Saturday night. It's going to be a huge, huge game up in Tallahassee. Canes fans travel well, so there will be a huge presence. This is their 70th meeting. 70th. So these teams have played each other many, many times before. Hurricanes lead the series, 36 wins over 33 losses. They're 33 to 36. I apologize. And so I mean, Canes can't think of this as a walk in the park because, again, FSU is coming off of a terrible loss, and it is a huge rival. So, guys, get your popcorn ready because it is going to be a showtime event, and Canes got to win. Got to keep this momentum going.
The Canes got 5 national championships. FSU has 3. They both, obviously, along with the Gators, fight for the same players that they recruit out of the state. Yeah. So this is a monster game. It always is when you put the Canes and the Seminoles on the field together. And then, the Seminoles are coming off a big loss to Virginia, double overtime, 46-38. High scoring affair in that one.
In Charlottesville.
So this is going to be, and this is also the first road game, even though it's in the state of Florida, it's the first road game for the Hurricanes. So they're going to be tested. They're going to be on the road in a hostile environment, as you mentioned, and you throw out all the records, you throw out whatever's happening. The one game on the schedule where both these teams highlight and want to beat each other is that Florida State-Miami game. So we shall see what happens in this latest installment.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. Leaving you guys with this, October, as I mentioned before, is my favorite month because you just have a cluster of all my favorite sports together, starting with October baseball, which is 2 of my favorite words put together, October and baseball. And so here we are, October 1st, October baseball. Listening to Joe Rose this morning, they were talking about the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, hotter than ever, like it's always been.
What is that score right now?
The Yankees and the Red Sox are game 2. Red Sox won last night. It was a battle of the pitchers last night, truly and sincerely. Red Sox held on and won in New York, playing game 2 tonight in Bronx. And it's a must-win for the Yankees unless the Yankees will be going home. Winner of this series will go on to play the Toronto Blue Jays. So Toronto's hot, and we'll see what happens.
And it is 3-3 right now, going to the top of the 8th with Boston about to bat. So, no, that's a big deal. I mean, you're going to have one of those teams going to be eliminated. Again, we have our baseball show with Adam coming up tomorrow night on Green Legion on YouTube. Look at that. Look out for that. We're going to talk all things baseball. I personally, what I don't like about these series is the fact that it's just 3 games. And we
got to keep the show moving.
No, I know, but we get cheated out of the fact that we do not get baseball at Fenway Park, at least unless they win this round.
Red Sox ain't worried about that right now. They won last night. Boston Armada friend from Twitter, love me some Soxtober. I've been missing it. I hear you, my brother. I definitely want the Red Sox. Red Sox were my AL team for a very, very long time. Still are. Ball out for them. Would love to see them
Detroit and Cleveland are tied. They're playing a pivotal game.
Dodgers will win
tomorrow.
Dodgers looked good last night.
They did.
Shohei started really hot and
2 home runs
just continued.
Yeah, 2 home runs for Shohei. So the Padres and the Cubs.
That's the earlier game.
They split again today, so they will be playing a pivotal game 3 tomorrow, as will the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians. So they'll be set for a winner-take-all game 3 tomorrow, and then we'll see if the Reds can, maybe force a game 3 out in LA tomorrow as well. But we'll see. But right now, the big story is the Yankees and the Red Sox tied up at 3 in a must-win game for the Yankees.
Yeah, no, it's a big one. It's I'll let you guys go like real soon because this is going to be a showdown in the Bronx. It's continuing.
Yeah, so let's get back to what we were saying here. We got our show question coming up. Definitely, hold on, guys. We got our question coming up here. We want everybody to participate. But let's go back to this. We asked Danny's take for it, but I want your take. Did you like this rivalry uniform, which they're saying was blue, but really it looks black to me? Did you like the Dolphins rivalry jerseys?
At first, I didn't. I'm a very traditional girl. I'm old school logo. Give me Florida Marlins any day, all day. Give me old school Panthers 90s. So I'm not one for change. When I saw it on a few people, I was like, yeah, I like it. And now I kind of love it. Black is my favorite color next to pink and gray. And I'm wearing a black Dolphin sports bra now. So I'm inclined to now go crazy on that merchandise. It's flattering. Women wear dark colors to flatten us out, make us thinner. I think it's fantastic. Dolphins won their first game in it, so it has my vote next to the old school Dolphin logo.
And for me, I think it's cool for one night, no problem.
Not the whole season. No.
Yeah, just one night here, there. Some people were saying, hey, for night games, I like the fact that they wear their aqua tops for night games. But look, some people are saying that this is the new thing that they're promoting and doing, which is fine. I could dig it. Now, me personally, this is the one that I choose to go with. I love the original logos. You got the aqua with the original Dolphin logo, and you got the white with the original Dolphin logo. You got the orange accents, and then On top of that, you see that classic field with the orange end zones with the Dolphins cursive script. To me, this is the way to go. This should be their 90% worn jersey. The other ones could be the gimmick ones, a game here, game there. But this is what I think they should go back to, in my opinion. I absolutely love these. So what do you think of these?
They're the best.
They're the best. There you go. Wow.
Obviously.
All right.
I just said the old school's the best.
Yeah. It really, this pops so much.
The old school or the brand new one. Nothing in the middle.
I actually tweeted this out today, and people were going nuts saying, "Oh, yes, bring this one back." So hopefully it gets up the chain of command and gets to Ross and Tom Garfinkel, and they can maybe bring it back. Why not?
Yes. NBA, Boston mentioned that preseason is coming up very, very soon for NBA. Heat opened up their season against the New York Knicks on Sunday, October 26th. And he said, I wonder if they go NBA with a new third jersey, a city jersey every year. Money talks, wouldn't be surprised. That would be interesting. Although I'm such a fan of the 88 Miami Heat jersey as well. So I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't really change.
All right, guys. So if you've been tuning in, we've been asking a question every week. You accumulate points. The person who has the most points at the end of the year is going to get a nice little,
end of the season.
Nice little end of the season.
Yeah.
We'll get a nice little package from us with some goodies and some interesting stuff that we'll be throwing in there. So this is your question this week. Again, you need to either drop your answer here now live on the show, or you can also comment on the show once it's over in the comment section. You can drop your answer there. So here is your question for this week. Week 5 question: will the combined score of the Dolphins and the Panthers on Sunday be over or under 44.5 points? So guys, drop in the chat here or hold your peace and do it in the comment section after the show's over. But will the combined score of Dolphins-Panthers be over or under 44.5 points? And if you haven't played the first couple weeks, no problem. The leader right now has 3 points, so you got plenty of time to catch him. Plenty of time left to catch him. So let's see. Russ here says he would go with the orange jersey to honor the Orange Bowl. Russ, cool. They actually have had orange jerseys in the past, so maybe they'll bring those back. We'll see. All right, so Mike Rivera says over.
Justin Evans says, I love black. Always wear, not on Miami Dolphins. I love aqua and orange.
That's it. Aqua and orange. The way to go. All right, we'll get some other predictions
Russ
on
said, oh, that score is going under. I could even hear him saying that. Oh, that score is going under. So over, under. Adam says under. Then you have Josephine. He says under. So the only one over is Mike. Mike over on the West Coast says over. Everyone else is going under.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll put it out there on our socials and get some more people the opportunity to register their vote. But you guys who have done so here, you are in. Once again, we are talking week 5 coming up.
Another one, Calvin. Hi, Calvin.
Calvin's in the house. So, yeah, we are talking our upcoming week 5 game at Carolina, which we will be at. Yeah. We are coming off our first win of the year, so we're a little cocky right now, real excited. But, guys, if you are watching this over on X, come on over to YouTube. Make sure you drop a like in the show description tonight and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already.
One more over. Boston says over. Not sure if Twitter counts. No, well, that's your vote. We got it in.
Yeah, that counts.
So pretty much everyone says under. Mine is Miami Mike and Boston.
There you go. All right. Well, what do you got? Anything else you want to mention?
No, I'm excited to see Darren Waller. I know, crazy to say, but I think he's gonna have. I think he's gonna have 2 touchdowns this game again.
Nice.
So I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to go to Charlotte. It's a great city. Weather's gonna be perfect. So safe travels to everyone heading out to Charlotte as well. It's a super easy trip from Miami. It's American airline hub, so in and out of that city, a lot of great things to do. It's going to be a huge Dolphin takeover. Enjoy October baseball. It is just the beginning of it, so you have 3 solid weeks of great baseball, and let's go Dolphins. And
Florida Panthers hockey starting in a couple days, so great times
less than a week
to be a fan down here in South Florida and sports in general with everything going on. So, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Again, like tonight's episode and be sure to subscribe if you've not done so already, and we will catch you next time.
We will. Catch you guys next week. Looking at a show next Wednesday, day after the Panthers home opener. So hopefully catch you there.
Yep. Have a good night, guys, and good rest of your week.
Fins up.
Fins up.